I've got the engine running, alternator's putting out 14 volts. I've had the engine running for about half an hour or more, just to top up the batteries a little. I've had a few more things turn up in the post. Blades, fuse isolator thingy for the charge controller. I've got a couple more adapters for the tubes. That's where the money goes, on little things like that. 2.5mm square, 2-core black and red cable. It's Sunday today. I didn't work on the van yesterday because an infection in my eye. Most importantly, I got a whole bunch of cupboards. I've just got the carcasses. I've only got 2 shelves. Those would have to be glued in anyway, because otherwise they're just going to drop out. These are kitchen cupboards. Oh, I'll show you the vinyl flooring that I have ordered. It's that. It's colourful, isn't it? It's all the colours. Yeah, what do you think? Surprise, surprise, it's not a stock item. They have to get it in. Very quickly, before I have my lunch, I've assembled the kitchen side. The sink can be here, because this area here will be my shower area. I don't want to assemble too many of these, because I'm going to have to take them out of the van before I put the vinyl floor down. I'll assemble one more and put the electrics in. I have plans, it's starting to come together. I think it's much easier to visualize where the whole thing is going when you've got furniture in. Now the upper cabinets, IKEA do the horizontal version of this. I don't know if I want to do that over the kitchen, because my food prep area, I'm going to be preparing food with a cupboard here. I'm not going to have high cabinets over the bed because I'll fucking smash my skull in. I don't know if I actually need that much storage, because I don't own shit. Now I've spent a few hours making this look tidy. Isn't that tidy? I've got this isolator here, big switch, and it comes to life. The other thing that's added is an earth block. The fuse panel there, at the moment it's unpopulated. There are no fuses in there. The little cover, there's 10 fuses, which is plenty for what I'm going to use it for. I'm pleased with this as a location for my electrics. In the event of a crash, it won't have built up any momentum from the back of the van, traveling through the van like boulders. If it's here, the furthest it's going to travel is here. This will be a desktop all the way to the end. I did think about transferring those switches into another enclosure, but the power indicators, the LEDs, are hot glued or resined into the panel. Oh, and it's black. There's no hiding black on a white surface. If I'm going to go somewhere hot and sunny, hell yeah, I'll need to have some kind of cooling. The instructions for the charge controller, there's a lighting circuit, 12 volts, you can put it on a timer. So I set the timer for sunlight hours. The challenge is, how do I attach that to there? A couple of mismatched screws, it doesn't really matter, let's have a look. The screws fit just down the inside of the fins of the radiator here. If I was to use screws that were a little less brutal, that holds it nice and firm, and it's just slightly inside the fins. I'll tidy it up. But I've just been running cables. That ugly switch panel had an excess of cables at the back. There are fuses in there. I'm going through a fuse block anyway. Having even more fuses on the same live line doesn't make any sense. 3 fuses in the fuse block, arbitrary. I just picked some. First one I think is the USB sockets. The second one is the 12 volt sockets. The third one is my 19 volt. Goes up there, goes along the top here. The worktop will be here. So I have a natural conduit. The USBs, 12 volt sockets, because the 19 volt socket doesn't exist at the moment, I've just put in a voltage meter. Click, 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 they're satisfyingly clicky. 19 volts, and the USB sockets are working, and the phone's charging with that. And if I flick on the isolator there, that'll spring to life, and so will that. The meter from the charge controller says 12.8 volts. And at the sockets 12.7. I think that's not bad. 0.1 of a volt loss over 2 meters or so. It's been a busy day without any footage. Busy day. Here's my lino. Oh, no one calls it lino anymore. This is my vinyl. I've had this for a few days now. I've had it since Wednesday, it's Saturday now. There are 75 different colours. When I was looking at vinyl, they had wood effect, stone effect, tile effect. Now this was the only vinyl that wasn't pretending to be something it wasn't. What it means is I can match pretty much any colour. Any colour is going to go with the flooring, which is perfect for me because I'm indecisive. Everything's disassembled. The floor is clear because I'm going to be putting that down tomorrow. I've sanded any lumpy bumpy bits. I've sanded the joins. The joins are glued as well, so they won't wobble around. I should be able to put the vinyl down and not have any visible joins. An LED ring. It's an angel eye. I bought it because I was going to use it as some kind of camera light. It's possibly the brightest small source of light that I have. I'm going to continue PVAing the floor. As a job to watch, it's dull. PVA in a solution and you just do this. Ooh, it's like painting. My vinyl flooring is going down today, this morning even. I was up and at it. Instead of wrestling the great big tube inside the van, I took it into the house and cut it to length. It's mad colourful, look at that. And the spray adhesive that I used when I was trying to put up the insulation that time with a broken elbow. Filming and working, it's a bit of a distraction and I need to keep focused on this because I don't want to screw this up. So camera's off and I'm just going to show you afterwards. Outside it is a miserable day. I do have my heater which has kept me alive. The floor is cut to size. Yeah. I am loving it. There's still an overhang at the back, but once it's glued down, I'll trim that flush. Oh, I'm in my socks. I know it's utterly insane. It's so cheerful. I can't get over how quiet it is in this van. We had heavy rain today and you can just about hear it. The batteries are not connected. I'm going to start wiring during the week. But the flooring is down. There's some more cupboards put in. They are fixed to the side support. They're not screwed to the floor yet. And also they're not locked together. I've got a fire extinguisher. I'm not quite sure where to put that. I'll get a CO2 one because the other one I got is water. One for the cab and one for in here. I put switches in. The MC50's down there as well. The bed has moved towards the front of the van by 15 centimetres. The reason why I did that was because I didn't want to cut these cupboards to fit the wheel arches in. It's not permanent. If I can do something with this space here, if I decide to keep it back here, I can build a shelf or something here. The ceiling's got to come down because that just looks whack. The ideas that I'm having so far, these doors will be one colour, these doors will be a different colour, that door there will be a third colour. I've got enough offcuts of lino that I can stick those in there, going all the way up. This is going to have some kind of trunking here because this sticks out. Another idea that I've had, tongue and groove down there, down there, down there to here, and I'll replace this with an attractive steel thing with attractive bolts in it, and then I use that to stick magnet stuff on, magnetic lights with the LEDs running along the bottom or the top or both. So this space here is going to be my desk. I might make a seat that doubles up as either storage or number twos and number ones. This weekend, really productive.